The Home Depot Black Friday 2025 gift zone has been finally set up, and we're going to show you all sorts of Christmas gift ideas and stocking stuffers from companies such as Milwaukee Tools, new Christmas gift stocking stuffers and tool ideas from Dewalt. We're also going to show you Ryobi tools and Husky and many other great stocking stuffers to give you Christmas gift ideas.
Okay, so this right here is Milwaukee's billet torpedo level. Now what's cool about this one is it's supposed to have the strongest magnets on them. You see those magnets right there? But the only thing is I just have a hard time justifying that price, $33.97. That seems a little bit steep for a bullet level. Now this one I love because it not only does it look beautiful, but it's made out of aluminum, and so it's nice and perfectly straight metal. And I use this a lot when I'm doing kitchen cabinets. So this is down to $26.97. And Milwaukee also has some of these tool racks and little extra accessories you can get for your Packout boxes. So for example, you got this one here. There's your toolbox. That's a caddy attachment right there. So that will hold some tools on it. But then look at this right over here. I like this one. You have your Packout M18 battery attachment. So these will attach to the back of your Packout tower, and it will hold 3 batteries there. And they have others here too, wall basket, some magnetic bins. And usually every year at Black Friday, Milwaukee does this too. This is great. This is the Bulldozer kit, and I guarantee you if you bought this as a gift for somebody, they would be very, very happy, especially if they're in the trade. So this right here will allow you to drill some common holes. So this is an 8-piece kit, especially if you're drilling like the back of cabinets or drilling through drywall for pipes and things like that. $29.97. And then for a limited time, they've got this Milwaukee kit right here, 1/4-inch hex screwdriver kit. And look what it comes with. So it comes with the electric screwdriver itself, an M12 battery. Remember, this is on the 12-volt platform. And this whole deal right here is $59. Now right here, you can get this M18 Packout they've got right here. It's a 6-bay rapid charger. I would just double check to make sure that it's a simultaneous charger. But anyway, this kit also comes with 2 M18 HOs, so that's the XC 6.0 amp hour batteries, and it also has 2 of the XC 5.0 batteries. So that's a great way to beef up some batteries right there with a big old charger. But this one's not for the faint of heart, folks. And if you know somebody who's into mechanic work and doing work on their cars, here's a great kit right here. Here is an M18 brushless kit. So this is the 1/2-inch high torque impact wrench right there, along with the ratchet. So the electric ratchet is cool because this allows you to get into different parts of your engine, you know, where you would sit there with a wrench all day going crazy. But the fact that this is a motorized ratchet really makes the job go faster. And then you also have the 19-piece 1/2-inch drive. This is the deep socket set, and so that's why it's a little bit pricier, because it's, but I also like the white letters that are engraved onto the side. It makes them very easy to figure out what size you're looking at. And they've also got the Impact Duty 43-piece set. So this has both SAE and metric in it, and there's the kit right there, so $99 for that. All right, so continuing on with the Milwaukee Gift Zone stocking stuffers. This is very popular. I've bought a few of these. I have actually several sets of these that I've bought. So this is the 7-inch rafter square and the 4.5-inch trim square, and these started off kind of high this year at $19.97. They used to be something like $14.97, and in some cases we would get them as low as like $11 or something like that after Christmas. They've also got, for the same $19.97 here, the 2-pack, the 6-in-1 fastback utility knife set. And for the same $19.97, you can also get a 2-pack of the 25-foot tape measures. And also at that same $19.97 level, we have here the Ream and Punch. These are your 6-inch and 10-inch straight jaw pliers. So Milwaukee also has here, and I like this wrench set here, so this is really cool. I like how they colored in red all of the engraved numbers for the sizes. And this is your Max Bite combination wrench. If you've never seen the Max Bite before, it's got those ridges right on there. See, that kind of gives it a little bit more bite into the nuts. And you got your measurements there on both sides. This one, now I am surprised at this. Look at that price, $49.97. It says that it was $124. So it comes in a SAE here, or the black one, is metric. And then here you have the ratchet set with a 4-degree arch swing. It has the 4 flat sides on the sockets. So this one is down to $119.99. And every year they always do some type of Packout organizer kit set. So this one is cool because it's got 90 pieces in it, all different impact bits and different adapters. And this one is $49.88. So yeah, if you have a Packout system or the red boxes and the towers, the rolling boxes, this is compatible with that. This will plug on top of those. Now I bought this here last year. I thought this was just so incredible, and it's beautiful. You got all 3 sizes of pipe cutter here in the same container. So this is your close quarters copper tubing cutter set, and they don't have the price on it, so we'll post it here on the screen. They've also got the 2-piece adjustable wrench set. And I like it. The bigger one goes up to 1 3/8 inches, which I like. You know, it's not very common to find wrenches above an inch. And, you know, they don't often come in kits that you get either. So it's nice to be able to find it at least separately like this. And here's Milwaukee's answer to the channel locks. So these here are your 10 and 12-inch smooth jaw plier sets. And yes, I knew Milwaukee would come through for us here at Home Depot and put the Packouts on sale. So here's what they're doing. The Packouts are part of a buy more, save more deal that's going on right now. And so if you spend more than $399, you'll get $150 off. But in this case, see, the tower only costs $348 normal. I like how they say everyday low price. That is not a low price, my friends. These used to be $275 before the Black Friday price. This is going back to like pre-COVID. But anyways, so because it's only $348, it falls in this range. So they take $90 off. So you're getting your Packout now for $258.94. And that is this standard tower right here, the rolling tower. The bottom box is the large one with the wheel. You get the middle medium box here, and then this one here is usually for holding your drills and your impact drivers and some of your bits. In fact, I actually brought my Milwaukee tumbler with me today, and these are compatible here too. They fit inside your Packouts here too. They clip right on the top. This is a great price too on the M18 dual base simultaneous rapid charger, $99. So it will charge 2 batteries at the same time in rapid formation. Now I have this too. This is awesome. This is called the top off inverter. It's a 175 watt power supply. It also has a rafter hook on it as well. This runs off of the M18 battery, and this will give you 120 volts out. So you can plug in something like a lamp or a charger. And these are $99. And then you can also get for $79 XC 3.0 batteries. This is a 2-pack for $79. This is one of my favorites too. This is the M18 Rocket Light, the dual power tower light. And so it's down to $179 from $249. You know, back in the 2019 timeframe, $179 used to be the regular SRP price on this guy. And this is another popular one that they always do here at Black Friday, and this is that 12-volt kit. Oh yeah, $99. So Milwaukee has a couple of deals here that are $99 and $199. So here you have a 1/2-inch hammer drill driver kit. I like that. It's a hammer drill. That means you can go into concrete really easy. That one's $99. And then the Hex impact driver is $99 by itself. And then if you wanted to get both of them together as a tool combo kit, then you would get this kit right here for $99, but you're not really saving anything over each other. And then they always do the sunglasses every year, and these are $7.97, and the safety glasses as well. You got clear and you got the sunglasses. You got different shades there. They're all $7.97. And Milwaukee also has this tool combo kit. That's what it kind of looks like, all broken out right there. You have the drill driver and the impact driver, and then you've got 2 CP 2.0 batteries and a charger and a bag. All of that, and remember these are compact, by the way, for $179, down from $249. Now here we are in Dewalt land, looking at some hand tools and stuff. These are great stocking stuffers. So you have the 2-pack of the folding utility knife, and these are $19.88, as are the 2-pack of the magnetic 25-foot tape measures. So this looks like a whole new design compared to what we've seen in the past. But this is really cool because the end of the tape there is magnetic, and you can put it like on metal studs or anything else that's metal and pull it away. So Just have to put it right there, see how it sticks. This is the one I couldn't show you last time on my previous Home Depot video because these were all locked up under cage, but they've got a few out. This is the Tough System toolbox, rolling toolbox with the 6-tool combo kit right here. There's your kit number. There's all the different tools that come in this kit. A great way to get yourself into the construction business as a contractor, and yet all of your tools will be in one convenient rolling toolbox right here. And as you can see, this is $549. And I don't use chalk anymore because I use lasers. But anyway, if you do, you got $13.97 for your 100-foot chalk rail with red chalk. Now, what they did with some of the Dewalt tools here that weren't part of the buy one get ones over there that I showed you on the previous Home Depot video for the Black Friday 2025, what they did was they discounted some of these other tools. So for example, this one here is the 3/8" ratchet tool, and this is down to $179 from $219. And then here you got the 3" brushless cutoff tool, which directly competes with the one that I have from Milwaukee, and this one is down to $169, so they took $30 off of that for the Black Friday season. And then you have the exclusive 4-port rapid charger bay. Now this one comes with a 5 amp hour battery and a 2 amp hour battery, and that kit is here at $299. They're not saying if it's any kind of discount on here though. Now here's a nice drill bit set from Dewalt. It's a 44-piece drill bit set. It's the black and gold. And what's cool about this one that I like is it's one of the few drill bit sets that actually goes up to a 1/2 inch. Because many kits sometimes stop at 3/8 or even less. And so I like to know that I've got a full range there. I mean, all the way down to that teeny tiny little pilot drill bits. And you got a clear cover on this too, so that when it's closed, you can at least see in there what you've got. So I like this. So this comes in at $34.88. And then the other kit that's always a nice one too has the Tough case. So this is compatible with Tough case, but not the Tough System cases though. But this is still a great bit set to get because you can see it has a little bit of everything. It's got your drill bits on there, and it's got all of your driving bits. It just has enough to make anybody happy. And so this is $29.88. Now, in the past, I've seen these go down to like $21 after Christmas when they're trying to clearance them down. That's when I got mine. And then, of course, this is always popular, the right angle attachment set. So you hook this up to your impact driver. Now, all of a sudden, you can get into areas that you couldn't get to before because it's 90 degrees. So this is down to $29.97. This is different than other smaller right angle attachments that we've seen in the past that were like $19.99 if you remember previous years. But remember, those were a smaller single right angle attachment on it. This has a couple of different attachments with it. And then the 6-piece trigger clamp set. Now, if I remember in the past, I thought these used to be 4 because I bought one of these when it was a 4-piece. So there's the different ones that you get in there. And this goes $39.97. Now, the one thing it says here, 100 pounds of clamping force, and I would imagine that's on the bigger one. This may or may not be enough to do cabinets with, because you really want to have those cabinets clamped real good and tight together before you drill those holes and run those screws side by side from one cabinet into the other. This is why I will often use 3 or 4 trigger clamps going up the sides of the cabinet to keep them pinched together. Now, they haven't got all of the nailers in yet here, but look, we do have some pretty decent nailer deals this year. Because every year I always get asked at Christmas, and you might see 1 or 2, but this year they have a few. So look, here's one that's $100 off. Is the 18 gauge brad nailer, and the 16 gauge is $70 off at $329. And then the 15-degree roofing nailer, that looks like it's about $70-80 off right there. And then here's the atomic brushless 23 gauge pin nailer. These are great for doing crown molding on top of your cabinet installation. So these, yeah, $100 off on this one. There's the drill bit set I just showed you. And then here you've got the 21-degree framing nailer. I have the older version of this from 2017. That's about the same price I paid for it when I got mine too. Now, some of these other items that are locked up, they don't have any out on the floor to look at. Here is your 3-beam 360-degree 3-plane laser from Dewalt. This is down to $399 from $529. And yes, lasers like this are very expensive. I have the one from Milwaukee when it first came out like 4 years ago, and I paid $3.99 for mine. This isn't so much of a big deal on this one here. This is the impact wrench set. It's only $20 off. Some other notable deals here are the handheld LED light. It's down to $69 from $89. You can get these, they do this every year also, the 2-pack of the 3 amp hour batteries. And these are down to $129 from $189. But if you can carefully pick a battery starter kit that you might like this one over here, see, that's a buy one, get one there. So if you picked up that starter kit, hey, well, guess what? Now you get to pick one of these Dewalt tools for free. So that's another choice you may want to weigh in on to see which one works out better for you. Now this one is one of those suckers bits. So here's a 6 amp hour battery starter kit, right? So you get a 6 amp hour battery and a charger, and probably most of you already have enough chargers anyway, and so you're really just in it for the battery, right? But see, this whole kit is $149 when you can spend $199 for a 5 and a 2 and then walk away with a free tool on top of that. And then this would make anybody happy as a perfect Christmas gift for Home Depot Black Friday 2025. So this is Dewalt's Express 33-inch folding portable workstation. This thing folds up in 1 second and it closes up in 1 second too. That's what I love about it. Now it is down to $89.98 from $119. 2019 and 2020, these used to go for $99 and they would go for like $69 or $79 on sale. But that's the new norm, folks. See, this was that other attachment I was talking about here. So this one by itself is $19.97, normally about $23. But if you buy that, you get to choose this free if you want this. Or if you want the little socket set right here, 3-piece, this is the nut driver set, magnetic. So it has the 3 most common that everybody uses it for, 1/4 inch, 5/16, and 3/8 inch. So you'll get either one of these 2 free if you buy the right angle attachment. So this is a nice little perk that they did not have in years past with this particular deal from Dewalt. Now to augment your drill bit set, you're going to want something like this. So this is Dewalt's Max Fit Ultra. This is the 81-piece drill and drive set. Again, with tough case. So these tough cases will stack on top of each other too, but don't confuse them with the tough system boxes. They don't attach to those. What's cool about these is you have some pretty rigid extensions on these. Like here's the impact drivers over here, and here's more longer ones over here, and then some of these really teeny tiny star bits and hex bits. Get all of that for $19.88. And we first saw this here in Home Depot a couple of years ago. This is really very handy if you're doing like cabinets and you need to move them up just a few inches, or a door, for example. So this construction jack here is down to $99 from $119. And I remember they got these in either last year or the year before too. These are Dewalt's dual function inflator deflator, and they are down to $149 from $169. And then next to it also is one that we got in. It looks like I remembered seeing this last year, I think, for the first time. This is the 1600 amp jump starter. So this is your little portable power bank here, and it is also an air compressor and a USB power bank all in one. So it's got a digital readout on there. You can jump start your car with it. So here you can see Dewalt now has the 2-tool combo kit here. So this is the drill driver and the impact driver, and they are down to $169 from $249. Now I can tell you in years past when they had this deal, it used to come down to $159 instead of $169. So it's, $10 more than it used to be at Black Friday. And then likewise, this atomic deal here that they've done at Home Depot for the past 5 years. This one here, you have the kit that has the drill driver and the 2 amp hour battery and the charger. And so this is down to $119 from $179. However, I seem to recall these used to go down to $99. If I'm not mistaken, and same with the impact driver version of this same deal. So same thing, has the 2 amp hour battery and the charger, but the kit is $119 now, and I believe older Black Fridays in years past, this used to go down to $99, and it's $40 off down to $129. So those of you who work with wood and maybe wood flooring and things like that, and you're going through blades like crazy, you'll like this deal. You have a 2-blade value pack here from Diablo. So you're getting a 10-inch with 40 teeth. There's 2 of them in there, and that's $49.97. And I've used these a lot too while installing laminate flooring. This is the 80 tooth, the ultra fine finish blade. You would also use this for doing crown molding as well. 10-inch, 80 tooth, and this one is $49.97. And for basically $5 more, you can get the same versions in 12-inch that I just showed you. So 12-inch is going to be 44 teeth, and then you still got the 12-inch with the 80 teeth, and these are both going to be $54.97. And then anybody looking for a spade set, if you do any woodworking, these are great. I have this set. I have the older version of this, back when these used to be owned by Bosch and made by Bosch, but I used to get a bigger kit. I think it was like 15 or 16 piece. But anyway, this 10-piece set is $12.88. And it does come with a nice canvas storage pouch also. And you would be remiss to not pick up some Jigsaw Blades while you're here too. Here's a 12-piece Jigsaw Blade set for $12.88. Now this is a new one we haven't seen in here before. So this is Gear Wrench's diagnostics tool. You plug this into the OBD2 port in your car and connect it to the app on your phone. And it will help read out all those check engine light codes so you can figure out what the heck was going wrong with my car. And these here are $74.88. So Husky every year always has a nice setup here on the display in the Home Depot gift zone for Black Friday tool deals. And look at this. So we have the 2-inch by 27-foot heavy-duty ratchet tie-downs with the J-hooks. These are $10.98. And then next you can either get the 1/2-inch drive torque wrench from Husky, or you can get the 3-inch drive. So your 1/2-inch drive right there is $59.97. And then next to it, the 3/8-inch drive torque wrench is down to $49.97. So choose your poison. And just like they do over at Lowe's with Cobalt, Husky has their version of the 3-piece adjustable wrench set. The largest one being 1 3/8, 1 1/8 here, and 15/16 here on the smallest one. And this kit is $13.97. And then more tool savings from Rigid here with their vacuums. So right here you got the 16-gallon wet dry vac, and you can see they're at a nice little score. They're at $59.88. I remember probably 4 years ago right on Black Friday morning when they had a doorbuster deal on similar to this. I believe it was the 14-gallon that I got for $33. You couldn't beat that price, man. And they've also got the Rigid. This is the 3.5-inch round head framing nailer, and this one's $159. It's down from $209. Now, if you want the smaller tie downs, you got these here. You got a 4-pack of the 12-foot by 1-inch. These are $9.97. And then, of course, you got their massive, absolutely massive 11-piece 1/2-inch drive deep socket set. There's all your sizes on it right there. So you can get SAE or metric, but they're $34.97. That's just an unbelievable price when you compare it next to some of the other brands. Now here's a nice ratchet set. They do this one every single year. So here's the Husky exclusive 280-piece 3-drawer set right here. There's everything that comes in it, and this set, they do it every year at Black Friday, $99. Now, Lowe's has one that I showed you on my Lowe's video last week. They have a 302 piece from Cobalt that is the same $99, so you may want to look at that one too. So to me, it seems like a wash on this one. They did get in a new Husky 47-inch, this is the 9-drawer, and it comes in army green. Okay. So these are $20 off from $398 down to $378. Same nice wood that they've always had on these. I would wait and see if on Black Friday weekend they do a doorbuster with these. We've seen it before, and maybe we'll see it again. Now, if you want the big Mac Daddy here that competes with the Craftsman 52-inch, here's Husky's 52-inch. This is a 15-drawer chest. And there's your upper section there. And oh, there goes the sign. Let me put the sign back. There we go. And look at this. So it's down $100 from $998 to $898. But you remember I showed you the one over at Lowe's, the Craftsman one, and I'll put a link to it down below for you, just so you can go check it out. But the Craftsman one was only $698. Now on the Ryobi little section here on the Home Depot gift zone, we have some nice tools. This is what I have here, the Airstrike, the 18-gauge brad nailer. And so this is down to $99 from $139. I actually owned this one and loved it and sold it because I upgraded to the brushless version on their HP series on Ryobi days last year when I got it as a free tool from buying the battery starter kit. Love that deal. And then this one here is the 16 gauge straight nailer, and it's down $50 to $149. Now these are about as inexpensive and cheap and as slow as you could get. Now you know these are going to take forever. Okay, don't expect anything miraculous out of these. They're battery operated. They run off of the Ryobi batteries, but they do take forever. So the smaller one here is $24.97, and the bigger one that does the inflator and deflator, which I just showed you over here, is $39.97. And then of course you can get all of your attachments, your wire brush attachments here in one package. I like this 6-piece wire wheel, $17.97. And then this is cool here. This is a compact laser level, so it goes 15 feet, $19.97. And now you have Ryobi's compact 2-tool combo kit. So this is the drill driver, and it's brushless also, and there's your impact driver. And it also comes with 2 1.5 amp hour batteries, charger, and a bag on that. And so this one here, there's the kit. It's down to $129 from $179. This one's very popular every year at Black Friday too. So this right here is the 18-volt glue gun, down to $29.97. And then you can get the sticks for $11.97. Now this is a great one that you'll love. This is the clamp light. So it's got 900 lumens on it, right? And it clamps. So you can, if you're taking it up like into your attic, you can bring it along with you and clamp it onto the rafters up there while you're working, or pretty much on any surface that will receive a clamp. And this is $29.97. I like any of the Ryobi LED area lights. I have a few of them. Now Ryobi does this every year also at Black Friday, the 6-tool combo kit, and for $199. So this is the same price that it's been for at least the last 5 years that I've seen it here. And there's all of the tools that you get in this kit. Man, if you don't have much means and you're looking to start a business, this is it right here. This is how you get started. And then here on the Stanley display, you've got the 3-piece chisel set. And man, let me tell you, you can't beat this price. This comes in handy when you're installing doors, or if you have to mortise out hinges or something to make them bigger, to make a door fit if it's scraping, that sort of thing. But anybody, even a hobbyist who's working with wood, would benefit by having this in their bag. You can also get the Wonder Bar here, $9.97. So these are all great little stocking stuffers to get. Or let's say you buy somebody a toolbox, you can throw a whole bunch of these different things in there to get them started. And don't forget, you got the classic 99 utility knife, and the good old-fashioned classic 25-foot power lock tape measure. Hey, and if you do a lot of tiling, these are great because they're pretty much throwaways. I mean, look at this. For $12.88, you're getting a 2-pack of these levels. So you got a 24-inch, and then you got a 9-inch torpedo right there. So these really come in handy when you're tiling or even doing studs. You get the 3-pack of the folding utility knives, $14.88. Or how about a 2-pack? You got a 16-footer and a 25-footer of the tape measures, $12.88. And a lot of people buying compressors will always be looking for deals like this on the 50-foot hybrid air hose. That's a 3/8 inch, $19.88. And this to me is always the perfect stocking stuffer. I have one of these. I got mine years ago. And what these are, if you've never seen the speed outs, these help you remove screws that were stripped that won't come out. So it's a pretty cool tool the way it works. You drill into it and then it extracts it. So $9.97. So even before Black Friday, they're down to $9.97. These used to be starting at like anywhere from $12 to $14.97, and then they would come down later on. And they do this every year at Black Friday too. Here's your Avanti Pro. So these are your middle of the line kind of, these are great for just doing studs. 24 tooth. There's 2 blades in the pack for the price of 1, and that's $7.88. And if your household is like mine that defines all the laws of natural physics, it seems every pair of scissors just gets sucked into the black hole in the center of our house and disappears. And so getting a set like this is really helpful, especially at $5.97, man. You can't go wrong with that price. And we have the Werner 6-foot fiberglass stepladder. This is a 250-pound rating on this, and it's down to $59.88.
So make sure you check back often, because as Home Depot rolls out more and more Black Friday 2025 tool deals, we'll be there to let you know about it. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on the next one.